Hi guys, welcome to Little Wicket Railway. I'm Rob, and in this video we're visiting Rocket Railways, and Jason has kindly invited me down to take a look around, and we're going to have a quick chat about his business and all the really exciting stuff that he's doing at the moment. So thank you for inviting me down, and should we start? You can tell me how you got into model railways, and I've just explained my history to you, so it's your go.
So it's not actually that dissimilar to what you were talking about, actually. I was into it as a young kid, like probably lots of children are into Thomas, that kind of thing. Dad built me a train set and, really got into it up until probably about the age of maybe 11. And then you find these things called girls. And like it sort of like stopped and then just went to the loft, didn't really do much out with it. But then what happened was then I had children of my own. My son absolutely adored his railways. He loved Thomas. And then I was just like, actually, this is a really good excuse for me to go and build the train set again. And then ended up building it from there. And then it got bigger and bigger. And then, now we have this lovely layout in our on the third floor for our house. And that's what got me kind of back into it, if you like. Yeah.
So how did that turn into from a hobby into a business?
Now that's another story altogether, really. So I was working for a big corporate outfit over in Nottingham, and I was very, very well paid, but absolutely hated who I worked for and hated the job. Sorry, guys who still work there.
Don't
No, I won't. And I was listening to a guy who owned a company called EKM, who are they make a web platform, and I was at one of his shows, and he just said, "For goodness sake, guys, stop wasting your life in the corporate world and do something you love." And the next day I got marched into the CEO's office of the company that I worked for, and we'd had a bit of a rough month sales-wise. And he looked down at me over his glasses and he just said, "Jason, I think you're so out of your depth working for my company."
Nice.
At that point, I lobbed my key fob on him and told him where he can stick his job. And I just thought, you know what, and those words from Anthony EKM were ringing in my ears about doing something that you love, and this was what I loved. And it wasn't just the railways, it was the feeling of the connection that it brought me with my son, of creating this layout together. Of we used to sort of bring other toys in and sort of create stories that involved people from not just Thomas but from Paw Patrol and Peppa Pig and that kind of thing. And there was this wonderful creativityness about the whole hobby. And I thought, I wonder if there is actually a market for people who just want to take their railways a little bit less serious. I think when we were building our railway and when we were going around to a lot of the model shops, not all of them, but some of them, we just didn't feel the warmth. We didn't feel kind of welcome in there, because everything was very serious. And I thought, I wonder if there is a market for people who just want to have a bit more fun with it. And so 4 years ago, sort of Rocket Railways was created. Originally, we were called Jason's Trains, but I didn't have, I was trying to, before I came up with a bit more creative name. And it just sort of started in my bedroom, really, to be fair. And I just sort of bought broken locos, did them up, sold them on. And then realised, yes, there is a market for someone who just wants to have a bit more fun with it. And that's really how the whole business is created. And that was about 4 years ago now. Yeah.
So it's been fairly rapid growth then, from where you've started 4 years ago to where we are today, and the premises.
Yeah, very much so. So yeah. I mean, the growth has been rapid. I mean, COVID, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, has helped it because obviously people have got into a bit, have sort of picked up the hobby, as something to do in lockdown. But yeah, that's sort of how it all started. And now there's what have we got? I think there's 7 of us now at Rocket Railways between the two companies, which I'm sure we'll sort of talk about because we've got a sort of sister company to it now as well. But yeah, that's how it all started, and that's where we've come from.
And then a large part of your market is still secondhand, but now you've also got the new side of it as well. So you've got a bit of everything going on.
Yeah, very much so. I think we're perhaps a bit more picky in what we get with regards to new items because unfortunately the cost of this hobby has gone through the roof. Yeah. So we're a little bit more picky with regards to what we get from a new point of view. But I think we will always stay very heavy with regards to the second-hand market. I think particularly now people are trying to watch their pockets a little bit more, especially with, sort of energy prices going up, all that kind of thing. And people love to use model railways, and I always have done, to be fair. So I think that if that's our love and that's what we like doing, then I think we'll sort of stick around in that market for, you know, however long we are doing it for. And that's what we will always probably be heavy on. We're probably 80% used and probably 20% new.
And you've just been telling me about your new membership scheme.
Yes.
So I will be signing up before I leave today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But tell us more about that.
So we've started a Coalville Model Railway Club now. So that's where we are at the moment. So we're in a little town called Coalville, just outside of Leicestershire. It's steeped in railway history. We've got the Snibston Colliery not far from here, and people locally love the railway. So we're trying to get people into a membership/club. So what we're doing is charging £30 a year. And for that, you get access to Coalville Model Railway Club, get 10% off everything in store. We have another company called Rocket Railways Reclaimed, which is essentially a scrapyard for your model railway. Operates only on eBay, but you get 10% off everything in that. And most excitingly,
as if it was
as if we'd planned it. So you get a special wagon as well. So we will be producing these every year with Dapol. They have kindly allowed us to produce our own wagons, which a member will get included them in the £30 membership. This one here is of Snibston because it's obviously got that local feel to it. And we're trying to encourage people to sort of sign up to the club as well, because there's not a massive amount of them around anymore. So yeah, that's what we're doing for your £30, and these are our latest wagons from Dapol, which have got the Snibston name on them.
And the other thing you're doing recently, which mine's down
You've
there,
got that, yeah,
is the mystery boxes.
Yeah. So let me just explain about that.
You can explain. I'll grab the box.
So as we said before, we specialise in the second-hand market, and a lot of people come to us with their big collection of stuff and say, you know, can you buy this off us? What was happening previously was people were bringing their massive collection of stuff to us, and we were taking the good bits out and then having to throw the rest away because it just wasn't sellable. But now we've realised that actually there is a market for essentially scrap, a little bit like how you used to go to your local scrap yard and you could get, you know, a gearbox for Fiesta for like 50 quid. We thought, I wonder if there is actually a market for it where, you know, we've got half used, you know, bits of ballast or pots of ballast, or we've got shells, or people have repainted something, maybe not done a great job of it. You know, can this be passed on to other hobbyists? I mean, you can probably steal it in the shop. There's a big rack of Humbrol paint here. These are just giveaways that we'd give in the shop, because somebody has essentially just taken a small amount of it out. It's perfectly usable, but we can't resell it. So there might be some in there, and might be not. I don't know what's in it. But and the whole thing is about, you know, and everyone's just, and you know, like us, we're trying to be a bit greener, we're trying to be a bit kinder to the environment, and so that's what Rocket Railways Reclaimed is. And so now what we do with these mystery boxes is we just get a handful of these items and we put them in a box and put a question mark on it, and then we ship it out. We don't actually make any money out of it. It just completely breaks even. But like I say, because of what it costs in terms of labour, packaging,
and
postage and all that, and it doesn't exactly, and that's exactly what would have happened previously with it. So these are the mystery boxes that we're doing.
So how much are these?
So they're £8, which includes delivery.
Right. So this is mine. I will be opening it up when I get home. I haven't looked in it. You don't know what's in it.
No, I don't. I've no idea. Someone else has packed it. I've got no idea.
Yeah. And I'll open it up when I get home and see what I can do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
A couple of other questions for you.
Yeah.
Firstly, you starred in a Hornby Model World.
Yep.
And there's a rumour, I don't know whether you're allowed to tell me, but that you're going to be in Series 2 potentially.
Well, they're filming us for Series 2, yeah. As of yet, I don't know what it's going to be on. We've not really been told anything else about it, really, to be fair. So they are going to come and film, but I also know that a lot of other shops got filmed for Series 1 and it didn't actually make the final cut. So I don't know yet whether or not that is going to be the case. But like I say, we were in Series 1. Bless them, they were here for 8 hours of filming and used 2 minutes. But actually, it was really kind of the producers of the program to come and film it for that. So hopefully that'll be the same again.
Hopefully see you in Series 2 of that then.
Yes, yeah.
And the YouTube channel.
Yes.
You are a fellow YouTuber.
Yes. So yeah, we have got a YouTube channel. We do reviews of stuff that comes in. We'll sometimes do reviews of really old locos as well, which I think people like. We do like the retro reviews. I think people quite like those as well. And then we'll just show what stock we've had in that, and it can be really random, some of the stuff that comes in. So we'll share that on our YouTube as well.
Yeah, I've watched some of those. They're good videos,
cool,
and it's helpful that you've got access to such a wide variety of models to look at. So thank you very much for your time.
No,
Thanks for inviting me down and giving me the
having me.
tour. I don't know how I normally wrap these things up.
That'll do nicely, I think.
Like and subscribe
to
both channels, and I'll put a link to the video that we did on your channel. I'll stick that in the description as well.
Fab. Thank you for coming down, Rob. Appreciate it. All right.
Thanks. Thanks once again to Jason and the team from Rocket Railways for inviting me along. You can check out all their products, including the club membership and mystery boxes, on their website at www.rocketrailways.co.uk. Or if you're local to Coalville, then why not drop into the shop and say hi. And in the interest of being fully transparent, this video wasn't sponsored and I paid for everything that I took away, including my mystery box, which I will be filming the opening of later this week. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you again soon.